Minister for the Indo-Pacific at the Foreign Office, Seema Malhotra, Excellencies, colleagues from the diplomatic community, my lords, ladies, members of Parliament, fellow Indians and friends of India, good evening, Sat Sri Akal, Namaste, Adab, and a warm welcome to the celebration of India's Republic Day at this historic Guildhall. For those of you who weren't aware, shall we say, quiet welcome we accorded to our chief guest explains why the word Punjab comes at the beginning of our national anthem. Punjab and India, the warmest of colourful welcomes to you, Sir Lindsay, for joining us today at this occasion. In India, we commemorate this day with parades and pageantry to mark both the direction in which our nation seeks to travel and to celebrate the past year. And so it is fitting today that we look back at the year that was, for the relationship my colleagues and I have the honour to serve. My team and I cannot be more proud for what was truly a banner year in the India-India relationship. The video screen just now carried some of the highlights and headline moments, but the past year's highlights and headlines do bear emphasis. A historic and ambitious free trade agreement, done, and I might add, before Diwali. All right, it was before Diwali 2025, but still. Prime Ministerial visits, done, and both ways in the same calendar year, with Prime Minister Modi flying to London to witness the FTA signing, and Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer making his first visit to India in Mumbai, where, also for the first time, a VVIP visit was organised entirely outside Delhi. And for the first time, if I may, annual visits by the speakers of our Parliament. Our speaker visited earlier in the beginning of last year, and Sir Lindsay visited for the second time in as many as 2.5 years earlier this month. I must add, his minor injury had nothing to do with his visit. New consular presence, that too. We've opened 2 new consulates in the UK for the first time in 40 years, in Belfast and Manchester respectively, and George West playing for Manchester and from being from Belfast had nothing to do with it. Oh, and education partnerships. Following Southampton University, and Professor Mark Smith is here somewhere, which became the first foreign university to open in India campus last July. UK universities account for 60% of the foreign universities opening campuses in India. And all of this has been supported by sustained increases in trade, investment numbers, and progress in unheralded but significant new areas. Take the £47.2 billion. Our 2 governments have committed to continuing to forge even stronger trade investments, and that's what matters. I'm proud to wear my Indian Chamber of Commerce tie tonight because it's about our bilateral relations. Another great connection between our two nations and the wonderful ambassador for your country is, of course, His Excellency, High Commissioner Vikram Doraiswamy. Vikram has not only built strong relations, he's reset them. It's brilliant that we have working relationships between our 2 countries. But over time, I've known he's become a great friend. As I said, our relations are on a whole new level. We're going forward. It's not about looking back, history matters. It's about looking forward on what we can do to help each other going forward. So I cannot say thank you enough. Suffice to say, there is so much in the links between us, so much that we can be thankful for. So thank you, friends, for listening. Thank you for inviting me to this special reception. The platform it's given. Let's enjoy a wonderful night. So once again, it is about you, about India. It is about the United Kingdom. A strong future. It is democracy that will bind us, and it will never divide us. Thank you, everyone.
In the most time-honored way of recognizing and celebrating our heroes.
राष्ट्रपति भवन से देश की सशस्त्र सेनाओं की सर्वोच्च कमांडर भारत के राष्ट्रपति श्रीमती द्रौपदी मुर्मू गणतंत्र मंडल से होते हुए राष्ट्रपति भवन के भव्य प्रांगण की ओर से प्रस्थान कर रही है। वंदे मातरम की धुन कर्तव्य पथ पर और आकाश में वर्ल्ड फॉर्मेशन में 129 हेलीकॉप्टर यूनिट के 4 B-17 1B हेलीकॉप्टर्स इन्वर्टेड बाय फॉर्मेशन में उड़ान भरते हुए राष्ट्रीय ध्वज के साथ अपने हेलीकॉप्टर में फॉर्मेशन का नेतृत्व करते हुए।
And now approaching the saluting base, the European Union contingent for flag bearers. The EU military representation is led by Colonel Frederick Simon Spoon. Gun system capable of firing a shell within 12 seconds and swiftly changing position to evade enemy counteraction.
And now, Drone Shakti Eagle on the Arm, captained by